You got so excited for the opportunity to taunt and haunt them one more time. You're a mean girl. And I just believe everybody that tells these stories, because I know myself, you just lied about every single thing that actually made me respect you. Turned out to be a lie. I mean, starting with the racism and the swearing on your brother's life that you were sober. It's crazy. You're going around pointing your finger with what's up, right? As he's taking pictures. And, you're being his voice out there in this. And I'm sick of your people insinuating that I was not a good friend to you, or anything like that. I did not just turn my back on you. I found out you were racist, that you were trying to get someone arrested for your committing suicide, behaving like a crazy person. Oh yeah, you faked that you were sober. You pretended now that you were hit by Irv, that, he committed domestic violence on you, which is not true. And I take great offense to women like you or anybody that pretends that someone hits them because they don't know what happened, because they were all high on drugs. You drugged yourself, you sick bitch. Nobody drugged you. And if he was going around saying, yeah, you don't know what happened this last time, why did you hop back in a truck with him? Oh, yeah, because you were desperate for a vacation, right?
Morning her live for a few minutes only, and I was not reading the chat, but I did hear her say she better not call my son's school. I don't call schools. I don't do that stupid shit. I've told you.
You and Rich both do that stupid shit, and you even told me around the time of your South Dakota trip. I don't know if you know, Sharon, but defaming someone's character and slander and falsely accusing them of a crime, a person that makes an accusation intending for a person to be the subject of an investigation of an offense, knowing that the other person to be innocent of the offense, is liable to imprisonment for 7 years. That's really the only way to get justice with you, because you don't have shit to come after. Just listen to you.
You guys know already. Hi, Eric. You know already that he punched me, and I guess. And I don't care, Irv, how crazy it sounds to you. I don't care. It is the truth, you guys. Girl Scouts honor. It is the.
Do you hear? I don't care how crazy it sounds to you, Irv. What? Your fairy tale, your little dream that you're making up about him? You're such an asshole. He is a good man, and you threw a shake all over his car talking shit about his deceased wife, not his ex-wife. Deceased, you freaking idiot.
Vividly remember him punching me in the forehead as if I were a man. I remember it vividly. I do not remember.
But see, Sharon, that's the thing that does not make sense. If that was to happen and actually happen and give you a concussion or a TBI of some sort, you would not remember what happened to cause it. Look it up, talk to one of your medical professionals, and they'll let you know. If you don't remember it now, you probably never will. Because you don't remember what happened, because it was another one of your nods. You were nodding out and falling all over his truck as he was driving. You hit your face on the cup holder. You were just out of control, constantly searching for something and moving around. You're in a truck, a big ass truck that he can't play around with your games. He did not purposely hurt you.
What the hell? That's a lie, okay? This man has been recording me. I don't know if you guys all heard the recordings, but there's a bunch of recordings of him trying to taunt and tease me. Trying to get me to snap or say something or whatever. I don't know.
You don't know, because you're all fucked up on the drugs that you put into your body, you dumbass. Stop accusing a good man that was very good to you as a friend. I mean, you've lost him for life, but that doesn't mean you have to sit there and spit on him, just like you spit on his wife's grave the whole time you were hanging out with him. You are disgusting. Anybody that thinks that equals up to being a clean person, just like going into a public bathroom to inject. What the fuck is wrong with you? You have the nerve to go around accusing Irv of having HIV. He stated he doesn't have it, but you were fooling around with him, so that's on you, okay? And explain, if you're such a clean person, how you could go into a known prostitute's bando, purchase drugs that you don't know where they're coming from, and take the additional risk of preparing them in an unsanitary environment to be injected, and then injecting while you're in there. And Rich was up in there as you stuck Gerald's jammy in your mouth. You can catch diseases from both of these activities. So even if you were to come down with AIDS or HIV, I wouldn't sit there and say, oh, it came from Irv. It's the activities that you do. You're a prostitute. Here we have Sassy, also known as Nona. She says to me after watching a little clip of a video I did, she doesn't deny her use. Well, she did. She pretended she was sober, right, for 90 plus days. Anyways, what exactly is the point of this video? What do you care? What do I care? She's a worthless piece of shit, and she pisses me off. Everything that she's done, and just my whole friendship with her was a lie. But anyways, so she writes, the Irv story is old as fuck. Next. So I wrote back to her, hello, Nona. Let me see, it's the next one. Hello, Nona. False allegations of domestic violence along with PSAs, public service announcements, found daily in her chats keeps this defamation of someone's character at the forefront of the community. Irv taped her to show her each time how awful she behaved. But the last time, she went too far, including these claims of domestic violence. It's wrong. Ask Johnny Depp. Sharon has no money or possessions, freaking joke, to be won in a defamation case, and it won't be worth the legal fees to get justice. She is definitely committing many crimes and defaming Irv's character all over the place. I think I finally have her all figured out. Basically, you go down when you wake up from your bando that has no electricity. So you just are basically camping in someone's house that you're not supposed to be in, right? Yeah. When you get up, you go down to Polo's where you can take a shower and maybe give some oral and then get your medicine so you're not sick in the morning like Maddie is, right? And then you run for him all day. You're a runner. You're running drugs. You're a mule. And you go down, up and down that avenue, and you do trick. I definitely see that, just the way that you are with different men and the money and just all of it. And you're just a fake fraud. And you make up stories about other people to gain views. And you're mean and cruel to get views. The people that you're dealing with are all a bunch of addicts and in active addiction. Because how else could you explain someone that cares about you condoning you using something like synthetic fentanyl. It's not the same thing as heroin. This shit is a killer.
Outers, the canine dogs and their handlers are also coming across fentanyl.
Fentanyl is a synthetic opioid. It is similar to morphine and heroin, but it's made in a lab. It's not natural like morphine and heroin, and it's much stronger.
Just 2 milligrams of fentanyl can kill you, and it takes even less for dogs. The four-legged partners can...
You see that? So if a child was exposed to this, or someone that hasn't previously used, that's like, say, a new user, or someone that's relapsed, that would kill them. And you never know when you're going to get that hot bag. This is a real tough time for addicts right now, and the only thing I can say is get into recovery. Get sober before you lose your life or someone you care about. Encourage them to get help. Don't enable them. Don't give them money. Don't do anything of the sort, because you know it's being spent on drugs, and it might be that hot bag that kills them. Here we have that 46 going on 47-year-old old hag, sloppy seconds, shaky, shady, who can't seem to get an income. She contributes nothing to this world, so she has no contribution to her own life, and that's why she's gone nowhere. You sit there in a bando, camping, with your no electricity, and then you sit here bragging because you made another $400 a year. You haven't even made $2,000, right, Sharon? I mean, you've been averaging $200 to $400 a month. Whoopee! Most people make that in a day or two. Good luck with that, bitch.
I just got paid from YouTube while you over there.
Ooh, Sharon, you got another $400 this month because you got 180 in super chats. So you got about $400. So, how long will that last you, Sharon? About a week. Yeah, 7 days or so between cigarettes and your dope habit. And that's not dope as in heroin. That's as in synthetic fentanyl, the stuff that's killing people. So good job, enablers. Keep sending her money. Are you serious, bitch? Shaky Sharon is on here telling people that they don't know what drugs are and they can't play with her. And then her supporters, other addicts, are sitting there propping her up, trying to make her feel like she's something great because she's a full-fledged junkie loser with no future. She doesn't have a job. She doesn't have kids, a husband, a home, anything, a car, nothing. Nothing. You have nothing, Sharon. Who the fuck do you think you are? And you're so proud of your addiction, and just like your little addict buddies are too. You make me sick.
Child's play, okay? You can't fuck with me. You don't even know what drugs are, honey. $5 habit a
You don't know if it's $5 habit a day or what it is. You have no fucking clue. And anyone that condones or supports their good buddy doing drugs doesn't give a shit about them. Or they're using drugs themselves. You tell me, what are you?
Now, I've been to their bando on Livernois. This is not it. This is a...
Are you sure you remember? Because remember you got all high up in there?
It would stay way nicer if you didn't just sit in here all day long and shit. Like you're some old man in an all-inclusive resort.
Seriously, Sharon.
Go suck a dick, bitch. Go suck a dick, bitch. Go suck a dick, bitch.
What's wrong with you? Why do you have such issues against your mommy and her weight? I don't understand. I don't understand why you take it out on Bobble and other people by body shaming. You're a real asshole. And you look awful. Seriously, take a good look at yourself in this picture. I'm looking for an Adam's apple. Like, ignore her annoying voice, but just watch this. Her body, it's like, I told you, she has no boobs, right? She's trying to pretend like she has to hold them up. Irv said they're like flapjacks. You could put pencils underneath them and they would not fall out because they're covered over. They're just like a flapjack. But watch how her body is shaped. It's weird.
It's about a fucking parody, bro. That's the funniest shit I ever heard of. Now that's the best compliment I done got yet.
Pancake.
Do you like yours golden? Pancakes. I'm so offended.
I'm sure you are, because I'm sure you've heard it before. Your chest looks like flapjacks. Pancakes. The very fact that you think, oh, I'm better than Maddie. Is it really that much to be better than Maddie? You're ridiculous. And you're not much better. You're falling apart. You had the opportunity to go to Hawaii, but because she said it was going to be a one-way ticket unless you finished it, you immediately pulled out because that was never going to happen. Right, Sharon? How many times is it going to take for you to actually stay and do the work? You have no interest in getting sober. You like sitting down there with Polo, sitting stagnant, tricking for your medication, your drugs every day, right? I mean, when was the last time you worked a job? Do you even know how?
Businesses that don't mind. It's our business because as taxpayers, which yes I am, we're paying for her bridge card that she shouldn't have. Hello, that's what the difference is. Fraud. Hello.
Hello? You're a taxpayer? You are a joke. You don't pay any taxes. Are you fucking kidding me? How do you pay taxes? You can't even afford your drug habit, bitch.
Why is everybody else's business your business? I'm so jealous. She has all that stuff and I don't have that much.
What's hilarious is that you're sitting in the dark in a bando doing drugs and you think you have a better life than Tiffany has. Tiffany has a great life with her kids and her husband, and you're jealous of it. You're trying to dissect her life as it's supposed to be a negative. It's not a negative. She was trying to be kind to you. She's getting money for her kids because of the COVID money they're putting on bridge cards. And her husband owns his own business, which doesn't mean his business is always doing well, but it does qualify them for Medicare. They might have to pay a premium, but they do qualify for Medicare. So don't knock her. At least she's going and getting her teeth fixed, dumbass. You got so excited for the opportunity to taunt and haunt them one more time. You're a mean girl. And I just believe everybody that tells these stories, because I know myself, you just lied about every single thing that actually made me respect you. Turned out to be a lie. I mean, starting with the racism and the swearing on your brother's life that you were sober. It's crazy. You're going around pointing your finger with what's up, right? As he's taking pictures. And, you're being his voice out there in this.
Praise the Lord to all you wonderful people.
Look at that. It's Polo. I had absolutely no idea that Sloppy Second Shaky Shady friend there, Polo, is actually her dealer. He's actually her pimp. I thought he was the old guy with Wi-Fi that lived down the way, but no, he's so much more. Shady sleeps with him for product. She is sort of like a side piece, like she tried to accuse Gerald of having. He doesn't claim her, and vice versa. Matter of fact, hey Polo, she called animal control on you on her way out for this trip. You guys had a fight, so yeah, she blamed it on someone else, but it was actually her that called. You know, it's pretty sad that you collect money anytime she's leaving out of that hood, right? She's getting in a vehicle, she's doing a trick, pay up before you go. Right, pimp? You know, she does trick also as she's going up and down Norfolk all day, getting as much money as she can for you, Polo. She mules drugs for you, too. Anytime you leave that driveway, you are probably carrying some type of drug to deliver to someone. You know, I had no idea that you lived in a bando either, with no electric. Are you fucking kidding me? I was coming there to visit you. Can you imagine me showing up there, you know, hey, what's up? Yeah, I'm staying for a few days. In your home that has no electricity? You are so fake. I even asked you how would you pay rent when you sent me your deposit for that month from YouTube. It was only $409. So, of course, I sent you some money. I've been going through Irv's list of cash apps that he sent to you, and I have a lot of days in common with him. You know, days where you asked him for $90 and you got another $20 from me. Just exactly what did you need all that money for, Sharon? You never said. Drugs. Didn't you say that Polo's always packing a piece and you have those little kids up in that house? Really, Sharon? Do you think that's safe? I don't think so. Not at all.
I'm just going to continue to be a hypocrite like I really am on my channel, but most people don't realize it yet because of my sweet voice and the big words that I use.
Million says the enablers are either really stupid or giving her money knowingly to keep the drug-infused freak show going. Sounds about right. Because why else would they keep contributing to Sharon? Doesn't make any other sense. Right, hugmillion? You're doing a great job killing her.
Now, I've been to their bando on Livernois. This is not it. This is a...
Are you sure you remember? Because remember you got all high up in there? Are you serious, bitch? Shaky Sharon is on here telling people that they don't know what drugs are and they can't play with her. And then her supporters, other addicts, are sitting there propping her up, trying to make her feel like she's something great because she's a full-fledged junkie loser with no future. She doesn't have a job. She doesn't have kids, a husband, a home, anything, a car, nothing. Nothing. You have nothing, Sharon. Who the fuck do you think you are? And you're so proud of your addiction and just like your little addict buddies are too. You make me sick.
Child's play, okay? You can't fuck with me. You don't even know what drugs are, honey. $5 habit.
You don't know if it's $5 habit a day or what it is. You have no fucking clue. And anyone that condones or supports their good buddy doing drugs doesn't give a shit about them. Or they're using drugs themselves. You tell me, what are you? Hey, scamming, what is it? Sloppy seconds, shaky, shady. I want my money back for that first scam that you ran where one of your supporters, fellow drug addicts that you use with, she gave you some designer pocketbooks and you care so much about your subscribers that you sold entries to win it for your raffle, right, Sharon? I bought entries. You never did a raffle. So that tells me that's a scam. I want my money back.
All right, for the idiots in the back who keep bringing up my giveaway designer purses and trying to act like I scammed.
You did scam, and I'm going to keep bringing them up until you refund my money. You never had a raffle for them. I bought entries. And here we have Spilling the P with Sharon V accusing another YouTuber of being a scammer. The funny thing is, she is the one that had the purse scam where she was given purses by another subscriber that came by the trap house, go figure, and brought them to her. And what did she do? She cared so much about her subscribers that she charged $10 an entry to enter a raffle to win the pocketbook. Well, guess what? She never had the drawing, and she's never refunded the money. However, she wants to sit there and call other people scammers. But knowingly has her number. Kind of like your purse. If you don't have it, you return the money, mouthpiece. And she's right. Only Think You Know says, how do you know that she didn't? People always talking and not know shit. Great English. Anyways, Only Think You Know. I guess you only think you know. Because I never got my money back from the entries that I put in. And I have documented proof of them. I have the cashaps. She's not refunding money. And she's not going to have a drawing because she doesn't have a purse. It was a scam. I find it hysterical that Sharon is chasing around Maddie, worrying about the size of her arm and whatnot. Like, can you see her arm here? It's like the size of like a famished 5-year-old. I don't know, like maybe we should call CPS on Polo. What do you think, Sharon? You're the expert. Should we call? And yeah, we see your big scar. Sharon, those drugs are not being kind to you. What is going on? You are falling apart. You chase Maddie down worrying about how she looks? Do you look at yourself in the mirror? Look at the wrinkles across your forehead, all around your eyes, your mouth. It looks like you got punched in the mouth. Jeez.